This is my review of the Beeman P17 pellet pistol. It's a pneumatic, which means you must pump it before each shot like this. You pull the hammer back, and you lift this thing up. Then you stick a pellet in. With these, I use Crossman pointed pellets. They're 7.9 grains. And what I do not use under any circumstances is the PBA Raptor ammo, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So to cock it, you push this thing down. And it's kind of hard to cock it. It requires like 28 pounds of force, and for a pistol, since there's not a lot of leverage with this, it's kind of hard. Right here, there's grooves for a mount. It's a dovetail, I think it's like a 3/8 dovetail mount. It has a fully adjustable rear sight. Actually, no, it doesn't. It is only adjustable for elevation. Actually, no, it is fully adjustable. It has a screw. I never noticed that. Yeah, so it's a fully adjustable rear sight. And the one bad thing about this is that when you cock it and shoot it, it sometimes comes undone. As you can see, it's pretty high right there. So, I mean, it's pretty accurate. Also, once I come and shoot it, it's kind of loud for a pistol. It's like as loud as a lot of my other rifles. So right here, if you pull this up, and when you hear that click, that means it's halfway cocked. See what? That's not as loud and it doesn't really shoot anything. It won't shoot the pellet at that. But right here, there's like see that screw in there? That screw is this screw from the bottom, and it has like a little washer on it that holds it in place, like a hexagon washer. So yeah, it's a really nice pistol. You can get it on Air Splat with a red dot sight, or not Air Splat, cheaperthandirt.com for $38. If you, even with the red dot sight, it's only $38, so it's really cheap and inexpensive yet pretty good pistol. Safety is right here. That's fire. That's safe. Watch, see it right now, it's on fire. It has an automatic safety, and it automatically goes on safety. So yeah, and it has a metal trigger. Basically the whole body is like a really solid composite or like plastic material. It has a metal hammer, metal sights right here. This is actually plastic, but this is a metal sight. And pretty much all of your internals are metal, including the steel barrel. It's also a rifled barrel, making it extremely accurate. Some people say that this thing leaks within the first 10 shots. Mine hasn't. I've had it for 2 years, never had a problem, except for one. These things. Do not use these things in this gun, and I'll show you why. It's not very good for the gun to do this, but I'll just show you right real quick. Okay. You guys heard a normal shot earlier. Just the way a normal shot sounds. Now I'll show you what happens when you put one of these things in it. Just listen. Wait, I don't have anything as a backstop, but I don't even have the towel. Hear that? That's what these pellets do to it. And yeah. So don't use these pellets. Use any lead pellets. These things, due to them being not soft, they basically they fit in the breech of it, but they won't shoot down the barrel because they're not soft, and they're really horrible quality control in the factory that they're made. So I prefer pretty much any lead pellet. I like using Crossman, they're really accurate. Another thing about this pistol that's kind of odd for a pistol is that it has a little bit of, actually, It didn't have recoil when I first got it. It just started having it about about the last 6 months or so. It's actually, ever since I used these, something happened. I'm not sure what, but the first time I used these, it basically broke the gun. All I had to do was take that pellet out. I tried to shoot some lead out of it. It wouldn't work. Next day, my friend comes over and we want to shoot it, and I forget that it's broken. We shoot it, and it shoots perfectly fine. But then I remembered that it was supposed to be broken because of these things. But it wasn't, I guess. It's a kind of a long pistol anyways. It's like, I think, a 9-inch barrel, so it's not too small. And it's about 410, maybe 420 FPS. Back to the recoil thing, since I put these in there, it almost seems like it's gained back some of its power. So, like, it started to like almost go like that when I shoot it, like about that much. And right, like when it leaves the barrel, I noticed it's shooting really high, and I thought it was the sights, but I wasn't using the sights. I was just aiming, or just kind of pointing. And I noticed that when it kicked back a little bit, since it's not very high FPS, from the time that you pull the trigger to the time that it leaves the barrel, there's a little bit of a delay. So when it recoils just a little bit, the pellet like goes up, so it shoots like maybe a foot high if you don't like hold it like kind of sturdy. So it's a nice gun. I've mounted a 4x32 scope on it once, and just from the very first sight, from about 20 feet, it was like almost perfectly sighted in by itself. Like I didn't even have to do anything, and it was like an inch away from the bullseye, which is not that bad. It looks pretty realistic. I'm not sure what kind of pistol it would resemble, but it looks realistic. Also, a lot of people say they have problems with the leaks, like within the first 10 shots it breaks. Never had any leak problems at all, and I've had it for 2 years, so I don't know if mine was just a really good one or what, but this is not a P3, it's a P17, so it's not the good kind, it's the cheap $40 kind, not the $150 or $200 kind, which I think is ridiculous, because all it does really is fix a leak and that's it. So yeah, it's a nice pistol. I would recommend it to really anyone who wants a hard-hitting pistol. I've killed a lot of birds with it. It's extremely accurate, and it hits hard. It'll knock them right out of the sky. I've actually done that before. It's pretty fun. But that's with iron sights. So I'll show you how to adjust it real quick. You get a screwdriver, and basically you just turn it. You don't push down, but you just turn it, because if you push it down, this will happen. And that'll dislodge the like hexagon shaped washer underneath it, under here, under here. So yeah, so you just screw that, and then you screw it clockwise to make it go down, and counterclockwise to make it go up. So, and right now it kind of adjusts itself sometimes. This is what it does. Yeah, I would recommend it to really anyone who wants a cheap or inexpensive, really fun, powerful, hard-hitting pellet pistol. And so yeah, it's a good